Hey guys, it's Elliot from Elliot's School of Music, your home for music lessons, tutorials, and everything in between. If you haven't already done so, be sure and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you can get notifications on future videos just like this one. Today is the third lesson in a multi-lesson beginner piano series. So if you haven't already watched the first two lessons, you can find those right here. And if you have already watched them, you're in luck because we're starting right now. Today we're going to be talking about something new. We're going to be talking about something called chords. Now a chord is just multiple notes played at the same time. And in this case, we're going to be taking the same notes that are in the arpeggios in the last video. So the first thing we're going to do is find our middle C with our first finger on our right hand. And then we're going to find that same chord, or the same three notes that we found before. So C, E, and G. We're going to play that same shape with the left hand, just one octave down on C, starting with our fifth finger on our left hand, third finger, first finger. So we're playing the same notes in each hand, one octave apart. And in this exercise, we're going to play an arpeggio with our left hand, and then a chord with the right hand. And when you play the chord, you're going to press all three down at the same time. So it's going to sound like this. And let's try that a couple times while we get used to it. Now when you feel comfortable on C, let's take that same shape and move it up one note at a time, like we've done with some of our other exercises. We're going to start with C, move up to D, up to E, up to F, keep going, up to G, up to A, up to B, and up to C to finish it. Very nice. Now let's go back to where we started on middle C and the C right below that. And we're just going to flip this pattern around. We're going to do chord in the left, arpeggio in the right. So we're going to do chord, up to D, up to E, up to F, G, A, B, and C. Remember on those arpeggios, we want to hear nice, single, crisp notes. We don't want to blend them together like that. We want to hear them nice and clean individually like that. All right, we've got one more exercise that's going to consist of our standard moving up one note at a time pattern before we move into a chord progression. We're going to find our favorite C's again, first finger on middle C, right hand, fifth finger on the C below with your left hand. And this time we're going to play a full arpeggio, kind of like what we were doing in the last video. And then we're going to play a chord with the left, chord with the right. So again on C. One more time on C. Up to D. Up to E. Up to F. Up to G. Up to A. Up to B, and last one, C. These are really simple exercises that are going to help you get used to playing chords with each hand by themselves, maybe sometimes together. It's going to depend on what you're playing. Let's move on to a chord progression that's going to put this into practice a little bit more. Okay, so for this first chord progression, we're going to be using G, A, F, and G. We're going to start with our first finger on the G above middle C, and then we're going to play the same chord on the next octave down, G, with your left fifth finger. For this progression, we're going to be playing left chord and right chord. And then we're going to switch up to A, down to F, up to A. G, I mean. G again, up to A, down to F, up to G. One more time on G, up to A, down to F, up to G. One more time. Nice. All right, for our last chord progression, we're going to use C, G, F, and G. We're going to start with our first finger on middle C. Same with the left hand on the C below. And again, for this pattern, we're going to play chord with the left, chord with the right. Starting with C, up to G, down to F, back up to G. Down to C where you started, up to G, down to F, back up to G. Two more times. C, up to G, down to F, up to G. Last one, down to C where you started, up to G, down to F, up to G, and then let's finish it with a C. Excellent work, guys. If you enjoyed that video, please be sure and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time we add a video to this series. A lot of really cool stuff on the way. And if you're interested in private lessons, be it online or in person, visit ElliottSchoolOfMusic.com for more information. Thanks.